Hello, all you true crime buffs out there. It's your host of the most, Benjamin Dutil, coming to you back with another exciting episode. And I am super stoked to be sitting down with my guest today. Jesus fucking Christ. I am doing cartwheels on my seat. They may not show it, but I'm doing cartwheels in my fucking seat right now because I am sitting down with Happy Anderson, who plays Jerry Brudos from the Netflix series Mindhunter. For those who have not seen this, you are missing a very good show. Holy shit, I cannot stress how much I love this show. I must have binge watched this show at least 20 times already, all seasons, because it's an absolutely riveting, addicting, and intellectually gripping series. And that redefines the crime drama genre.
Mm.
From the very first episode, it plunges you into a hauntingly realistic portrayal of the early days of criminal profiling at the FBI, also known as the BSU. So the attention to detail, the slow burn narrative, and the disturbingly accurate depictions of real life serial killers make it one of the most intense and thought provoking shows I have ever watched. So today, again, I'm sitting down with one of the actors who portrayed one of those serial killers, Mr. Happy Anderson. Fuck, I can't express how happy I am right now. I mean, this is like super awesome for me. So please welcome my guest and yours, Happy Anderson. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry for the long introduction. I'm so sorry, but how are you doing?
Good, man. Thank you. It's no problem. Thank you for inviting me to your party.
Honor and pleasure is all mine. I was very happy when your agent got back to me and said you agreed to do this. I think I got the email. I was at work and I jumped out of my seat and I screamed. I was like, oh. Everyone my work is like, what the hell's going on? And my coworkers know what I'm doing. And then they said, oh, Ben must have got a really good guest. It's just phenomenal. I'm super happy and glad that you're here today. I really am. I know you're busy, and congrats on your anniversary, man. That's fantastic. I saw that on Facebook, and that's
Oh,
wonderful.
thank you. Yeah. Yeah. 14 years, been together 17 and known each other 22.
That is a great milestone. Again, congratulations. I mean,
Thank
I
you.
this October is my 1 year anniversary of being married to my wife, so it's gonna be fun. So, if you could please and indulge us on how a little bit about yourself and how you landed the role as Jerry Brudos.
Oh, sure. Okay. So, my name's Happy. I grew up in upstate New York. I've been a professional actor in some way, shape, or form for about 30 years. I didn't really start doing film and television until I was old, till I was about 28, 29. And actually, the first movie I did was shot in the Middle East in the middle of the Iraq War and was a movie about the Iraq War. So it's interesting that you mentioned you're a veteran because I'd love to ask you about that too. Um, as far as Mindhunter goes, yeah, I had just signed with a new agent and they were really pushing me hard for all like the cool, prestigious things that were going on. And I must have made, oh man, this is before self-tapes were the norm, since COVID, when all auditions pretty much are self-tape now. Uh, it was more of the exception back then, but I must have made 5 tapes, man. The process went on and on. And then I find out like every guy I know, every like big middle-aged white guy I know also was up for that part. So it didn't hit me how significant it was till after I was done with the whole thing.
Well, I just like to say, in my opinion, you delivered your role as Jerry Brudos. I mean, you were given that task and you fucking delivered. I mean,
Thank
I
you.
don't think they could have picked anyone better to play Jerry Brudos. Um, it could have been easy to be that kind of frame of mind while filming. I mean, before and after. I mean, what could you tell us about preparing yourself for that role? What was your strategy?
Well, that's a great question because I'll jump first to the after effects because this had never happened to me before. Like I'm not a method actor. I don't go crazy to get it exactly right. I work hard. I have a strong work ethic, but I don't, like stay in character all day long. I don't do any of that. And so, and I played a lot of really violent people, but usually I come through it like I don't know, fairly unaffected. But this one, when I was done, my wife. I mean, she said I was like catatonic. I was so depressed. I had a lot of anxiety, more than I had had in a very long time. And With that show, and I've come to learn sort of anecdotally with Fincher in general, uh, it's like, it's 15-hour days every day, just the three of us or just me and Groff, and you're in that frame of mind from wake up to sleep. Um, and it was brilliant and it was amazing, and he is the best at what he does, in my opinion. But it's hard work, and it like I found out in real time that it can fuck with you a little bit. I mean, it was obviously all very, very worth it, but n now when I go into things like that, I'm much better prepared for it.
Okay, awesome. So I have to know, were there any oppositions playing Jerry Brudos, or were you comfortable the entire time?
Oh no, I could tell right away it was an amazing part. I wasn't familiar with him before I got it, but I read the Lust Killer, the main biography about him, and that's very illuminating. And I couldn't find very much video footage of him at the time. I mean, I think I did it back in 2016. I just saw one little clip of him like cracking himself up, so I borrowed from that, uh, certainly when the character makes his entrance. But I just pieced together what people said about him, and I was excited to do it. Like I knew Fincher, the script, it was going to be at worst very good and at best amazing.
It's funny how you mentioned that, how you couldn't find much stuff about him, because I tried looking online too, and there's like no YouTube videos whatsoever of
Mhm.
any interviews with Jerry Brudos. I thought that was kind of scary. I'm like, but yet you see the ones of Charles Manson on there and like Ed Kemper. I'm like, where's Jerry Brudos at?
Right, right.
So I'm like, did they take it down for a reason, or is this, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason why they took it down. I just don't know what it is. But
Yeah.
as we mentioned before the interview, I wrote an entire capstone essay on Jerry Brudos, and I think just getting putting him inside my mind fucked me up. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy was brutal. But it's just it, man, it's such a good way to put that. I'm glad that they introduced Jerry Brudos in the first season, because and I think it was like a stepping stone for like season two and the rest of the series, because
Yeah,
it may have been 2 episodes, but there was a lot packed in those 2 episodes regarding your character. So,
yeah.
and Jesus, I mean, did you put any of yourself into him, or did you follow the script?
Oh, I followed the script to the T. I mean, when she watched it, my wife saw little bits of me in there, but I was like, "Hey, easy saying that, in public." But it was, yeah, it was. It was also the very, very clear, intense, and distinctive direction we got. Like, really, the direction was so specific and in detail that it felt like we were rehearsing a play for 15 hours, and cameras just happened to catch it. It was a really, like, really rewarding acting exercise and experience and job.
I know that he you portray a serial killer, but I also think like I don't know. I guess in the show, if the writers added or not, but your character Drew Brutus was kind of comical as well in the
Yeah.
series. I mean, they'll pull the whole rubber band out, put it around the cassette player. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's something you would expect the serial killer to do for an interview. But and he was like saying, who is the other character's name? Agent Tench said, Bill, I really miss you. So I guess
Yeah.
they had to put that in the script to lighten the mood a little bit. I don't know, but
Well, I
it
think
was
he's
weird.
so his version when he tries to be normal, it's so ridiculous that it's funny. You know what I mean? Like it would be easy just to play him totally psychotic, but he's trying to be convincing to these two G-men, and him trying to be normal is comical. And he's also taking the piss. Like he is also trying to make them
Well, it worked to me. So
laugh.
um, I realized how the more the series continued, the darker it became. Like
Yeah.
in a sense, matter of fact, the conversations were that we saw between the FBI and the serial killers discussing the details of their crimes. I mean, was that did that disturbing for you to discuss that on film?
Yes, man. I mean, it was hideous things he did, and the casual nature in which he was like, I cut him up, put him in the freezer. I mean, that was heavy. Um, as an actor, exciting, but also just as a person, kind of nauseating.
I don't think I could. If I was like put in that position, I don't think I could ever talk about that kind of stuff. Even though I've seen some crazy shit overseas, but I don't think I can ever
Yeah.
talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, stuff that
Yeah.
even it's like fuel your nightmares at nighttime. I'm not gonna be able to sleep at all. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to be psychotic to enjoy it enough to talk about it, you know?
But it's a good thing you're not psychotic. So, so what was the dynamic like on set while filming? I mean, was there tension between everyone, or was it at ease like the entire time?
No, it was great. Uh, the in between set, it was like night and day. Like the cameras would be rolling, it'd be so intense, and we'd be going. And then as soon as it was off, we were like joking around. You have to keep a light in between. I do anyway. I can't speak for anyone else, um, because it's so heavy what you're doing that. And they were great guys. Both directors I had, Andrew Douglas and David Fincher, were fantastic guys. Like it was easy to get along with everybody. And then once we were in it, locked back into it and try to be as honest as possible in extraordinary circumstances.
Extraordinary indeed. I mean, was it filmed like an actual prison or was it like a set?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a prison that had been closed down for a number of years, but it was a real prison for sure. It was creepy, man.
If I were the FBI agents and I saw a man your size walking, I think I pissed myself, man. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm like, do we really need to talk to this guy? Could we just skip him and move on to the next person? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
really.
because I've been in that environment before when I was in the army. My last 3 years, and I was stationed at Fort Leavenworth. So working with the Department of Public Works, we would go into the prisons and we had to go unclog toilets or sinks or whatever and fix doors,
Oh,
whatever the
wow.
job was done. And I was looking over my shoulder every single second. I
Yeah.
mean, these are people who were in the military. Like I said, Fort Leavenworth is a maximum security prison for all military personnel.
Oh,
But
my
once
word.
but once they're incarcerated, their rank is stripped. They're no sergeant, no private, no sir, no colonel, nothing. It's just inmate. Like
Mhm.
like you just that's what you're called. You're called inmate. You no longer have a rank. It's your inmate and your last name. And these people that just was filled with, I don't know, child rapists, child killers, women
Oh,
rapists, serial killers, murderers, and I'm like, dude, I did it for 6 months. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I can't do it no more.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's amazing you did
I,
it at all. Yeah.
I was like walking on edge. I'm like, nope. I told my supervisor, I'm like, I'm done. I just can't do this anymore. And so
Did they
yeah, so I
fuck
went
with you
back.
at all while you were?
They did. They tried to play some mind games with me, but I just ignore them. I did.
Yeah.
I block them out. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here to unclog your toilet. I'm getting the fuck out, dude. I don't want to hear no talk. Like, and
Yeah.
that was one of the rules. We were not allowed to talk with the inmates whatsoever. We were not allowed
Yeah.
to engage in conversation. We couldn't say hi. We couldn't look at them. So, but when they would clog their toilets on purpose to get that time out of their cell, so they were
Mm.
smart about it. So and
Jesus.
like, you guys are assholes, man.
Oh
And like,
my.
put their like shove shirts down there, like, or their bed sheets or the pillowcases, just to get out of that cell for 10 minutes to unclog that toilet, or to go inside and fix like a door sill or like a light bulb or something, because they weren't allowed to do anything at all. And I was like, you guys are dickheads. I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Oh my God.
And being stuck in the USDB, the United States Distillery Barracks, for that long, and working with the Department of Public Works, I'm like, I just can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
the only defense we had was training that we had to go through and a whistle. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with a whistle? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh my word.
I don't have a baton, I don't have a weapon. I mean, all I have is just my fist and my legs. And like, and these guys are much bigger build than I am. There's no way I'm gonna put these guys down. So I'm like, let's like kick them the balls. I mean, that's the only way they're going, like kick them the nuts.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know. So
That's crazy, dude.
yeah, so After 6 months, I went back to doing my normal job as a construction engineer and started building shit again. And I was like,
Good.
I have 6 months left in the army. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. How did you get stuck with that job?
Well, it's I guess the our predecessors, I guess the people that are before us, were
Hmm.
put on that detail, and we were asked if we would continue doing that. So I guess our supervisor volunteered us for it. Say, hey, we're going to keep doing this. And I'm looking like, really? And then I had to attend this school to prepare us to work inside of prison. We had to go through inmate training. I had to get pepper sprayed. I had to take wrestling classes, and as the time went by, and I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore. And he asked me as I started detail, do you want to continue working at DPW? I said, hell no, I am done.
Great.
It's like
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
put me on
God.
a put me on a cushy office job, man. I don't want this shit no more.
Yeah, anything but this. Jesus.
So anyway, that's the kind of shit I had to do with on a daily basis for 6 months, and I was like, no more. I'm done. So
Yeah.
so kudos for you for portraying a serial killer because I mean you had to put yourself in that frame of mind and just deal with it. I mean, just even portraying one, it has to be tough. So I can't imagine what you had to go through or how you slept at night. I don't know what your regimen was to sleep at night, but I mean,
Well, fortunately, we are so. I've never been that tired for a job ever, and I've done like a lot of shootouts and crazy stuff. And all we did in that show was sit and talk. And I've never ever been so tired in my life before or since. And as soon as my head would hit the pillow, I'd be out. Thank God, because I didn't need to be ruminating on that shit.
like again, fuel for nightmares. I don't know, man.
Oh, absolutely.
So there must have been times when the energy on set was like extra charged between you and the other actors, between Holt McCallany and Jonathan Groff.
Yeah.
What was it like working with them? I mean, they seem like really cool people.
They're great. They're so nice. They're like, you know, like real actors, like working class actors, that just love the process and everything about it. So yeah, I mean, it was a dream. Two people that just want to, play the scene and do it and play it realistically and really laid back, chill guys that were fun to hang out with. Um, like I said, we all got along really, really well. So it made being awful to each other a lot easier.
I would have fucked with them.
Oh, I did. I did a little bit, yeah.
So, are there any like behind the scenes secrets you could tell us about your role as Jerry Brudos or any episodes you were in?
Oh gosh. Oh, it's been so long now. I can tell you that the scene where at the end I make love to the shoe.
Yeah.
Um, that was we reshot that weeks later because the first time that bit was shot from the front.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so I was glad we redid it.
right? I probably had to avert my eyes, but like, nope, can't do it. Just
I,
fast
I I
forward.
mean, yeah, how could you? Like it was like grotesque. Like why would anyone want to watch that?
Oh man. But
And it's
all in all,
creepier. It's creepier with my back to the camera, I think, so that it's left to the audience's imagination.
even then, man, I had to avert my eyes and
Of
fast forward like
course.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
So, for those who have not seen the show, making love to the shoe, just keep that in mind. And when that gets to the scene, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's literally just what it is.
So, were there any challenges besides, trying to anything that went through your head or any challenges that posed while filming?
Well, one of the challenges was doing it so many times. I mean, he does tons and tons and tons and tons of takes, and I'd never experienced anything even remotely like that before. So it took me like at least a day, if not more, to like get used to that. And the challenge is obviously of just, going to the darkest recesses of your mind to try to dredge up anything of your own life you know, um, to play someone like that takes a lot of empathy, and it's very difficult to empathize with someone who does that to people. So my hook in was his childhood trauma, so I could empathize with that. and that was my way in to sort of try to play him with any humanity at all, you know. And because at the end of the day, he is still a person,
Yeah,
awful one, but he was had a mother and father just like the rest of us, and um, so I believe someone like that is born psychotic, but his trauma pushed him even further into that because not every psychopath is violent. Um,
right.
and, and not everyone with mental health issues is violent. Um, so he really leaned into that, I think, in large measure because of what he went through as a kid.
Exactly. And again, this series also inspired me to write a paper on the Durkheim theory too. So yeah,
Uh,
this show inspired
Interesting.
me to do a lot of things for my criminal justice course. I mean, it's just
Yeah. Yeah,
so
every therapist I meet wants to talk about that that show. That's a real hit with like you guys in the mental health field.
I'm not a psychologist or therapist. Just I just find it very fascinating,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like how many there are so many variables what makes a person a criminal, and do
yeah,
what they do,
yeah,
and a lot of people don't see that, and they just overlook all that stuff. Oh, he's a bad person. I'm like, well, there's a reason why he's a bad person. I mean, where was his parents alcoholics? Were they raised in a poor neighborhood, or were they pressured into doing stuff they didn't want to do? It's just there's a lot of things you have to look at. So
yes, that's
I
right.
mean, you just can't assume, oh, he's a bad person. There's a reason why, and we have to
Yeah.
find out why. So
And the only way to try to prevent people in the future from doing that is understanding the ones now.
yeah, and I like how Bill Tinch's character, no, well, Bill Tinch's character, Jesus, I'm already fucked up. Holt McCullen's character plays Bill
Yeah, yeah,
Tinch. He said, if you want to get ahead of crazy, we have to know crazy.
yeah,
So, and that's one of the truest statements I ever seen in that show. So,
yeah,
and I tell my friends that, and they ask me, why are you so obsessed with serial killers? I'm like, if you want to understand crazy, you have to get to know it. And then
yeah.
I know a lot of friends who have mental health issues because we all deployed. It's like
Hmm.
I've been diagnosed as clinically depressed and anxiety and depression and all stuff like that for me deployed. And I understand people who suffer with the same things as I do. I get it. So I'm a very big advocate of mental illness and mental health.
Same.
So I know about me. um, so how did it make you feel after the show got canceled after the 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes?
Thought it was crazy. I mean, it didn't affect me professionally because I wasn't in it
Yeah.
again. But as a big fan of the show, I thought it was heartbreaking, and I thought it was total lunacy. I understand in retrospect that the show was really expensive, because they would reshoot half of it because I mean he got all the time he wanted. And if you look at his whole catalog, there's never a bad performance in anything he's ever directed. And I think it's because he's afforded, in large measure, he picks the right people and because he's afforded the time to get it right. But still, like people that watch that show loved. I've run into one person who didn't like it.
Did you smack him? Because I would have smacked him.
I just thought it was crazy. Like, it was so weird. I don't even understand what her criticism was, but I was like, okay, or why they would come up to me just to
Yeah.
offer that. But I was like, okay, man, I guess, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, no, but I absolutely loved it, and I was super sad when they canceled it
Mm,
because the very first time I was introduced to it, somebody said, "Hey Ben, there's a show on Netflix that has to do with true crime, and I think you'll like it." I was like, "Cool, I'll check it out. I'll give anything a chance." And
yeah.
then first episode, I was hooked, man. I was like,
Yeah,
"Holy
yeah.
shit, I've got to keep watching this," and I am
Same.
super glad that I did because. Like I said, I must have binge watched each season 20 times by now, just to keep watching it because I love it so much. And
Wow.
it's just at some certain segment stuck with me. Like you're like Jerry Brudos, Son of Sam, Wayne Williams. I did paper on Wayne Williams. Oh, that was a long ass fucking paper. Jesus Christ! And
Uh,
it's just what it was is during our course, we were given a list of serial killers, and nobody picked Wayne Williams. Everybody's picking like Charles Manson, David
of
Berkowitz,
course.
like names that are known. And I'm like, who's this Wayne Williams character? So when I looked him up, I was like, holy shit, I am writing my capstone in the sky.
Yeah. He
So
was a real fascinating guy, the way he went about his stuff.
Yeah, and so many kids missing, but he was charged with 2 adult murders. That was it.
That's
So
crazy.
it was just nuts. But yeah, shit, we're almost out of time. This sucks. Anyway, is there any upcoming projects that you like to talk about that can help promote?
Oh, yes. Well, I just finished a few projects, but I'm not sure when they're coming out. I do appear in an episode of Monster that comes out on October 3rd on Netflix. So another
Okay.
serial killer thing. Uh, I shot a really cool film version of King Lear with Al Pacino, but I don't know exactly when that's coming out, and a couple of other films too. But the only thing that I know for sure is coming out soon is that.
So I have to ask you had the tall stature, you had the orange beard like me. Why weren't you in Game of Thrones?
Oh my God, we could have an hour-long podcast about that.
It's like everybody in that show is tall and has orange beards. I mean, come
Oh
on.
my God, the whole thing is that.
But you were also in Bright too, which is another good movie. I didn't know that you were in Bright until I saw your credits on IMDb. I was like, holy shit, this guy, you played the other detective in Bright. And
Yeah.
that right there is another good movie. That was just it was fascinating how they brought the trolls, the fairies, and all the people together in this alternative world bullshit. And my brother, who's a cop down in Florida, he's like, Ben, you've got to watch this movie. I was like,
Oh,
okay, cool. And I enjoyed it very much. So kudos for you for being another fantastic role in the movie Bright with Will Smith. I mean, that's huge.
thank you.
So
Yeah, I had a
um
wonderful time on that movie.
and yet it's all about fantasy and action and crime, which is right up your alley. So unfortunately, it's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining me today, Happy. I really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure.
I am no, the honor and pleasure is all mine. Huge fan of the show. Again, you fucking deliver Jerry Brudos to a T.
Thanks,
And
man.
you need to win an Oscar for that, man. Seriously. Give this man a fucking Oscar for playing Jerry Brudos. I wish you
From your
nothing but the
lips to
best.
God's ears, my friend.
You hear that, writers, producers? Hey, make okay, Steven Spielberg, get this guy a fucking Oscar, all right? He deserves it, okay? All right. I wish you nothing but success with your career
Thank
and your
you.
future. And
You too.
again, I will definitely see you again on the big screen, sir.
Okay, that sounds great, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the wonderful, the talented Happy Anderson, who plays Jerry Brudos in the Netflix series Mindhunter. If you have not watched it, you're fucking missing out. Check it out right now. And it's still streaming, believe it or not. It's still on Netflix. I mean,
Oh
I just
yeah.
binge watched the entire two both seasons, all seasons last week. So it's still there. Again, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening, sir.
Thank you so much too.
Nice.
All right.